what I liked or what I saw in the film, I can describe it as individualistic. When you talk of gender parity, gender inequality, or what have you, the lady was determined despite all odds. So sometimes you look at this thing from an individualistic point of view. Despite all the odds, are you determined to get there? She didn't relent. She didn't. She was quite determined, and she was sort of aggressive. She was aggressive. Even when her father was trying to sort of like discourage her or something, point out some, when the father was trying to point out some flaws in her, what? She wasn't deterred. She was determined to succeed. So when we're talking of gender parity, at least I have something to take home here. You need to be determined, despite all odds. Don't let anything work against you. I mean, whatever. Take it as a learning curve. Move on.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity. The movie, like you said, Be Determined, it brought back memories of when I was in uni, my second year. My lecturer called me and said, "You're the only girl out of 62 guys. You're studying geophysics. Why not go for microbiology? Why not go for different annoying courses?" I told him I made my decision. I was quite young. I left uni at 18, that's 6 years ago. That's when I finished uni, and it was a 5-year course. So, even in my 3rd year, they now say that my HOD wanted to see me with some other female professors. I was young, I sat in the middle. They said, "Hilda, we are talking to your parents. We don't think this is for you, you girl." I was upset. And thank God my dad was beside me. I was determined, and I graduated with first class.
The most dominant message I got from the movie is the power of women if all barriers are broken down. By barriers here, I mean, towards the end of the movie, we saw that even the government had to weigh in. At a point, they had to go and lobby the secretary to the president. And by the time they supported them, we could see the power of women in play. And now, in general, as for us here in Nigeria, even in the whole world, I think to close the gender inequality, everybody has to be involved. Individuals, policymakers, government, judiciary, and all.
I see a strength in a woman. In spite of her ill health, she had this driving force within her that pushed her out. She was so determined against all odds, against having to care for her father, care for the home. She had this thing in her that she must succeed, because if she doesn't, a lot of things will be at stake. The job for thousands of people. And so we have this strength in us. Give a woman a seed, she turns it into a child. Give a woman a house, she turns it into a home. Give her money, and she builds a world.
From the movie, I saw a whole lot of things, and permit me to say I saw a typical, she's not African, but I saw an African woman there. She had to care for her family, she was there for her kids, even her dad. And so I saw a typical African woman there who goes against all odds. I mean, in Nigeria, for example, you see a woman out there and she's more like the breadwinner of the family. She takes care of everything, and I saw that in her. And personally, I've had this conviction from way back that the difference between a man and a woman is just biology. A woman can achieve everything. A woman can match a man out there. Sorry to say, we have so many odds against us, but the truth is, a woman is made up of so many forces, I mean, combined. Okay, take a look at her. Generally, the movie just portrayed women as, yes, one aspect being strong, and the other side, the men just look at the women as sex tools, looked at them as people without a voice. I saw them being marginalized, which was not fair on women generally. So I would say a typical African woman or a woman generally is a force that should be worked with. You don't have a woman in the house, then you're in trouble. And I have to say one thing. I believe for us to have good women out there, it has to start from the home. For example, in our upbringing, there is division in labor where a boy is told you can't do this because you're a man. I grew up in a home filled with men, and the men know how to cook better than women because we had that upbringing. So whatever training you're giving to the woman, let it start from the home. She had the drive of her mom, like my mom wanted to do this and this. What values are we inculcating into our children? Are we already showing them that women should be marginalized by saying a man should do this and a woman should do that? Okay, imagine her being, imagine the husband. I think there was a scene I watched that actually got me angry, where because she fired someone and it was all in the media, don't men fire women? They do. It's true. So why was her case different? So personally, I just want to say the difference between a man and a woman is just biology. Yeah. We may be weak, but our brains are not. We are strong people.
Film had happy ending, and she was very much determined because of the event that had happened in her life. Her mother she was drowned in the sea, and nobody had found the body. Because she was determined by the event that had happened, the bad event that had happened in her life. She wanted to feel herself to be useful in the life and not to be useless. Woman she should be proud of being a woman because she is useful for the society. She is the one who gives from respect to love. She lifts up, she shapes the society, and in the picture also she was managing everything along with her family. Her husband has almost lost his job, but still she was finding the opportunity for him also. So she is the one who really has the strength to build the family, and the dream of all the members, it rests on her shoulder. So she should proud to be being a woman.
So yeah, I learned a lot from the movie, and I think the main thing, something that really stuck, I really noticed was that women don't have to choose between being carers of the home and basically killing it in society. And I feel like this woman was faced with this choice of, it's either your family or what you want to do career-wise. Because her husband, interestingly enough, mentioned that she was fragile because she had her nervous breakdown. But then going through the movie, you could see that actually wasn't his concern. It was more about his career and what would happen to him, and how this would affect their home. So I think it's really important to mention that women shouldn't have to choose between being career women and also being carers in the home. And I think what's really lacking there, and we could see that from the movie, was the support of her husband. And she just really didn't have that. But I think it's really important for us as women to have that support, because when we have it, we can do both. It's not a matter of, if you're doing really well in your career, it means your home is suffering. She was able to do both, and I thought it was amazing that even after he pretty much left her, she still continued on in what she was doing, not because she didn't love him, not because it wasn't important to her, but because it shows that balance. She could do both things. And I just wanted to buttress your point as well about the importance of the home and, you know, really instilling these values in our children. A very important scene was when at Adrian's funeral, we could see the two boys that were listening to the speech. I thought that was so important and so profound, because it was basically showing us that, you know, those two boys are sitting there and they're so young, but they're listening to this. They're listening to the importance of a woman in society. They're listening to her, you know, them speaking about her strength, about everything that she was able to contribute and do in her time. And it would make them think that, oh, actually, girls aren't somehow beneath me. They're actually as powerful. They can do, you know, everything that I can do, they can do even better. So I thought that scene was really profound, and I think family life is the most important thing when it comes to empowering women, because they need to know from the minute they're born, and, you know, when they have brothers and cousins who are male, that they are as powerful and they can do anything that they set their minds to do. And it's really important that that encouragement comes from their parents. I mean, you can see in Nigeria how there's so many, I think it's like 13.2 million children outside of school or something like that, because, you know, especially in the north, because people feel like Sharia law is more important and children should learn more about Islam than going to school. So I think this thing really starts at home, showing our children that they can do anything, and showing, you know, influencing society, influencing community so that they think differently. I think there was a scene where the janitor had told her husband that he should watch out for her. He didn't realize, he didn't even think, oh, maybe this man is just working really hard. The first thing he thought was, oh, this man must be being unfaithful. And so yeah, I think it's great to, you know, be fighting this war in the workplace and to be fighting it in society, but it's really important that our perceptions are changing and that we're actually being brought up with these perceptions.